Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Thursday. It is September the 4th. Starting at the top of the board, that is normally how these things work. The Seattle Kraken have unveiled their new third jersey. It is a black third jersey, which is pretty common around the National Hockey League. Sadly, it does not have the secondary logo on the front. We're still waiting on a jersey that has that secondary logo on the front. But a nice aspect of this is that it glows in the dark. So the logo on the front, I believe some of the accents on the sleeves glow in the dark as well. So in the event that the Seattle Kraken during the game experience some kind of a power outage, I guess you can play by the light of their jerseys. I don't know. It is obviously something that's more meant for the fans at home than for the players on the ice for safety reasons. So at any rate, let me know your thoughts. I think it's fine. I think it's nice. I was kind of hoping for something, maybe the lighter blue color with the secondary logo on the front, something kind of stylish that way. But I get it, glow in the dark. It'll sell pretty well, is my guess. Two retirements to talk about today. Marco Scandella, defenseman, retires. Played 784 games in his career, 51 goals, 119 assists for 170 points. Played with Minnesota, Buffalo, Montreal, and St. Louis to round out his career. Goaltender Aaron Dell, he is retired as well. He retires with a record of 50, 50, and 13, playing between San Jose, New Jersey, and Buffalo. He had two go-arounds with the San Jose Sharks. So those two players have retired. It is September. It is that time of year where we start hearing more about retirements. And some of them end up being forced into retirement just because they can't find jobs in the NHL. Maybe they don't feel like playing overseas. And so they hang up their skates. We'll see how many more we get during this month. But September is normally where we see a lot of that. So I thought this was kind of funny, and I thought I'd mention it here. The Dallas Stars have wished the Dallas Cowboys luck. Their season starts tonight against Philadelphia. And so I'm considering watching this football game. It could be fun, honestly. Just because the Dallas Cowboys have been much talked about. A trade has caused them to be very talked about. Jerry Jones will always be a very talked about owner. So, yeah, we'll see. I think my favorite response to the Dallas Stars post on social media wishing the Cowboys luck is after the first Cowboys game tonight, Dallas fans will be wondering when the Stars season's going to get started, insinuating that the Cowboys are going to get roughed up by the Eagles. But I'll very likely watch that and see if that is the case. Yeah, should be interesting. So football season's getting underway. Donovan Sabrango, one of the few remaining restricted free agents, is a restricted free agent no longer. This was revealed shortly after the news video yesterday went live. Signs a one-year extension with the Ottawa Senators. It is a two-way deal. It pays him $775,000 at the NHL level, $140,000 at the AHL level. So for Sabrango, a defenseman that is a purely depth defenseman for the Ottawa Senators, he makes a lot more money if he makes it onto Ottawa than he does if he's playing in Belleville. Although $140,000 in a year, it's not bad. Not bad. It's all right. Anyways, that being said, let me know your thoughts on Donovan Sabrango. Matthew Schaefer, the number one draft pick, saying all the right things, getting ready for training camp, getting ready for rookie camp, and saying that he knows he has to earn a roster spot. When I did the season preview on the New York Islanders, I did point out Schaefer doesn't have to make it onto the roster, meaning that Matthew Darch has a blue line that can absolutely be perfectly fine if Schaefer is not quite ready in the fall. So Schaefer is aware that he has to earn that roster spot. He has to make Matthew Darch make a difficult decision, or at the very least make it so Patrick Waugh can't keep him out of the lineup. So Schaefer will be highly motivated. The rookie camps, of course, start next week. Well, we get the rookie tournaments as well next week. So, Matthew Schaefer could be one to watch. As I mentioned in a video on the first, of course, there will be a lot of hype around rookies. We come out of rookie camps, there's a lot of hype. And then as we get into the preseason, that hype dies off a little bit. And then with the regular season, when NHL players and veterans are all ready to go, some of those rookies have a hard time. Some of them do very, very well, but some of them have a hard time as things get a little tougher. Mitch Marner, the Vegas Golden Knights are going to be giving him a look on the wing for Jack Eichel in the preseason. They're going to move him around, and honestly, with Vegas's lineup, I don't think set lines are necessarily something they have to worry about. Not like from October right through to April. I think there's going to be a lot of movement up and down the lineup. They have a good flexibility there. And the Vegas Golden Knights, obviously very excited to see where Marner's going to fit in. And it would make sense to play him with Eichel, although both of them are pass first forwards. The one thing I do wonder about with Eichel is with him and Marner, which one's shooting the puck? Is it going to be Marner or is it going to be Eichel? If they're just passing it back and forth, it might be pretty to watch, but one of them has to take that shot. I would think Eichel will be the one taking the shots, but we'll see. Jeremy Swayman, and the reason I'm wearing my Jeremy Swayman jersey. So I just want to say, yes, goaltenders are different. They're odd individuals. Goaltenders have been strange for a very, very, very long time. Dating back to before I watched hockey, before I was born, goaltenders were weird. So when I see people talking about Swayman being weird and different, and, oh, this guy's just bizarre. Yes, he's a goaltender. Swayman today says he is a totally different human being than he was last season, which, okay, all right. And then he referred to himself in the third person. So, I mean, he's not The Rock, but he's kind of getting there. I've referred to myself in the third person. I absolutely have. For people who pay close attention, I have referred to myself in the third person, but I've never said I'm not weird. My wife wouldn't deny that I was weird if she was here. So Swayman coming out and saying this, I think the confidence is nice. I think it's fine, but I think most Bruins fans, myself included, and I have a Swayman jersey, most of us would agree that until we see the results in the regular season, we're kind of concerned. The concern's still there. I do have that concern as well. I think Swayman has a bit of a bounce back this year, but I don't know how much of a bounce back. This past season was the first where you could argue he was the undisputed starter, and it didn't go that great. So, did Ullmark make Swayman better? That might be an argument we can get into another time. Did the contract discussions cause problems for him in that he wasn't there as early as everybody else? I don't know. I don't know if the whole contract thing screwed up his season last year. All I know is that this year he can make it so that is the excuse where he can say, oh yeah, last year that was a mess because of all, the contract and everything. So yeah, Swayman saying he's a totally different person. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's funny, to be honest. Utah. So we knew Utah was going to have to make changes to their arena because the Jazz and the Mammoth are sharing this building. It's also going to be used for concerts and various other things, and they're looking forward to the Olympics as well and what they might be able to do with the arena for that. So they raised the floor of the arena by 2 feet. They felt that this would improve sightlines. Sightlines being an issue this past year with obstructed views, and this year they are dramatically lowering the amount of issues with obstructed view and sightlines. They've brought in a brand new system for their seating. So basically, they've got risers they've brought in, and it looks like they can switch things out, whether it's basketball, whether it's hockey or concerts, and various other things too. So I think this is great. I think it's great that they're updating the arena and they're making it so that it really can be for multiple different uses, multiple different sports, and really decrease that sightlines issue and make it so that you can get, 18,000, I think is the eventual plan with Delta Center. So it's Delta Center, right? Pretty sure it's Delta Center. It's not on the board. I'm pretty sure it's Delta Center. But either way, Utah Mammoth, I think, are on the right path. And having this new seating system, raising the floor a couple of feet, being willing to make changes just to make sure that it works, I think is a great move. And this is why they didn't decide to build a new arena. There was speculation they might build a new arena when the move first was announced, but they have decided not to do so and are updating the Delta Center instead. So all the best to Utah on this. Should make for an interesting broadcast experience. The broadcasts for Utah this past season, they were good. I think they'll be better this year. I do. Because with the better sightlines, it should make the broadcasts a little better to watch as well. So good on Utah for making those changes. And apparently there's, I think, 3 different phases of doing this. This is just phase 1. So we'll see how things look at the end. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. From The Hockey Guy, this is it for now. I will talk to you again soon.